idea that we're going to send in offensive equipment and have planes and tanks and trains going in with American pilots and American crews, just understand, and don't kid yourself, no matter what you all say, that's called World War III. Okay?
Oh, World War III. Okay, we got it. And here's where President Biden was yesterday on the same topic.
Today, I'm announcing that the United States will be sending 31 Abrams tanks to Ukraine, the equivalent of 1 Ukrainian battalion. Secretary Austin has recommended this step because it will enhance the Ukraine's capacity to defend its territory and achieve its strategic objectives. The Abrams tanks are the most capable tanks in the world. They're also extremely complex to operate and maintain. So we're also giving Ukraine the parts and equipment necessary to effectively sustain these tanks on the battlefield. And we'll begin to train the Ukrainian troops on these issues of sustainment, logistics, and maintenance as soon as possible.
So does that mean World War III per March of 2022, Biden? To help us with that, we're pleased to be joined by Congresswoman Mary Miller. She's from Illinois' 15th Congressional District. She represents Illinois 15 in Southern Illinois. And she's again serving on the House Education and Workforce Committee, as she's also be part of the Biden documents investigation. I'm sure she'll play a outspoken role in that as well. Mary Miller, thanks for joining us again. Appreciate it.
Well, good morning. Thank you for having me.
What about the announcement yesterday that now we're moving into tanks and effectively military advisors because someone has to train the Ukrainians how to use those Abrams tanks?
Well, they're deflecting from the issue that matters to Americans, which is secure our own border. MS-13 has taken control of the border. We've got drug cartels, traffic fentanyl at just a shocking amount of fentanyl flowing into our country, and our young people are dying. This is a chemical terrorist attack being foisted on us. The American people want that border secure.
Right, but okay, I can see that point. But where are you and where is the House Republican caucus going to be on this escalation in Ukraine?
Mm-hmm. Well, I oppose sending them more money without auditing the money that's already gone over there, and we need to secure our own border.
John Kirby, the National Security Council spokesbeing, said no corruption he's seen with respect to the aid that's been provided to Ukraine for the United States thus far, even though on Tuesday Zelensky sacked a bunch of senior-level officials who were under a cloud of corruption, accused of embezzlement and other such malfeasance.
Absolutely. This is why I have not been supporting sending more money over there, especially without an audit. And the other question I have is, where is Europe? Germany and France should be paying like we're paying. Yeah, and we just can't continue. This is the America Last agenda that President Trump delivered us from, and we want to go back to the America First agenda. Secure our border. We need to rein in our own spending.
So you think we should take care of America first before we go help Ukraine?
Absolutely. The greatest threat to the world is if our country goes down. And, we can't continue the kind of irresponsible spending that we've seen under Joe Biden and just the criminal activities, the duplicity of, justice, two systems of justice being foisted on the American people. Fentanyl. Let's talk about how many young people have died of fentanyl in our country. I mean, I feel for the people in Ukraine, but the responsibility of our government is to protect its own people.
Speaking of drug use, talk about Hunter Biden and Biden Inc. The document search. So, as I understand it, the classified documents improperly in Biden's possession absolves Trump of prosecution, and now the classified documents in Pence's possession absolves Biden of prosecution. So who do we need to go to next to see if they have classified documents to absolve Pence? This classified document situation. What's your reaction to classified documents being found in so many places where they ostensibly don't belong?
Well, first of all, Biden lied. the White House lied. It's obvious that we have a political FBI. President Trump was unfairly treated in the raid of his home, and we need to have hearings. I'm very happy that my good friend Jim Jordan will be leading the Judiciary Committee as chairman, and then also Congressman James Comer is going to be head of oversight, and they're going to have hearings, and it's so necessary that we unfold what the truth is here.
But what about the raid itself, though? I mean, we learned yesterday that the DOJ did not raid President Biden's home because they got consent, and they came to an agreement on how they would search the home and where they would search the home, but yet they didn't do that for President Trump.
Well, exactly, and the beach house hasn't been searched.
Yeah, that's Jen
that place.
Psaki, surprisingly, had a good question. Why haven't the other Biden residences, and don't just limit it to the beach house, also these material players like Hunter and his brother, why haven't their homes been searched?
Well, that, and they're trying to say there's no visitor logs. Nobody believes that. There are visitor logs, and we want to see them. But they lie and they're corrupt. We have to have hearings, and we've got to go back to the America First agenda. I mean, between the border being open, fentanyl flowing in, the impact it's having on our young people, and then this outrageous spending that we've seen in the last 2 years, this has got to be stopped.
So on the spending piece, we talked to Steve Moore yesterday. I mean, he made sort of a good point of the debt ceiling and all this hewing and crying about the debt ceiling, and America can't default, and it would be economic calamity, and so on and so forth. Steve Morris said, well, wait a second. If you hit the debt ceiling and you can't borrow anymore, that means you can only spend what you take in. That wouldn't be a bad position for Congress to be in.
Exactly. We've got to stop this reckless spending. $31 trillion has to be serviced. I heard someone saying, the interest rates are going up. To service $31 trillion could cost up to $100 trillion in the next 10 years. And then just to highlight how outrageous their spending is, they gave us a $1.7 trillion omnibus, 4,000-page bill on Christmas Eve, packed full of their pet projects for the left. It's not infrastructure, locks and dams, things that the American people care about, repairing our electric grids, which are third world and crumbling, and they want to just keep overburdening our electric grids with their stupid green bad deal agenda.
You were one of the holdouts on Kevin McCarthy becoming Speaker for a time. I wonder how everyone is getting along now that he's Speaker. Is collegiality returned? Are people working together and all that?
Absolutely. We're united to fight Biden's agenda. We needed that fight or hold out, whatever you have to say, because our country's hanging in the balance. We're bankrupt. We're being invaded. We've got a weaponized government. We're being censored. Our school children are being propagandized. And, in Chicago, our safety and security are at risk. Criminals are running the show right now. Criminals and liars, such as Biden in the White House.
Well, Congresswoman Mary Miller, what was it that changed your mind? Because you held out for a while there, and then you and a bunch of others, except those 6 holdouts. What was it that changed your mind?
Yes. Right. Well, I wasn't a never McCarthy. I was in that fight all because of the rules package. We have to deal with spending, and that was my priority, was ensuring that we're going to get spending cuts going forward.
You were talking about personal safety, and down where you live in the district you represent in Southern Illinois, people are very protective of their individual right to protect themselves that can be found in the Second Amendment. Up here in Chicago, much less so. Per this ban that Pritzker and the Democrat Socialists in Springfield passed on some rifles that look scary to them, there's litigation on it now. Are you, your husband is a state legislator, obviously he is getting involved in the fight to have this law deemed unconstitutional?
Absolutely, it's unconstitutional. I want to tell you that I'm very proud to be a member of the Second Amendment caucus. here. I will always stand up for our Second Amendment rights. Governor Pritzker's ban is a blatant violation of our Second Amendment rights. And then Joe Biden just directed the ATF to ban guns using that pistol brace regulation that's also unconstitutional. They're after our Second Amendment rights at the same time as they are releasing criminals, which you know this, and then defunding and demoralizing our police.
Yeah, they want to take it to the federal level, too. I mean, Gavin Newsom was out there because they've had 2 mass shootings in 3 days, was not with an assault rifle, but they want to take it to a national level. Do you think it'll come to that?
Oh, I think it'll never stop. I tell people all the time, if they could, they would. That's why it's so important to elect fighters, people that will, fight for the American people, fight for our constitutional rights, and not be passing bills, sending bills like that outrageous omni that came through on Christmas Eve. 19 Republican senators voted for that. 4,000 pages.
Yeah.
American people should be boiling over this kind of leadership in our country.
Yeah, and
none
some
of them
lame
read
duck House Republicans voted for it, like Adam Kinzinger too. Good
Yes.
that he's gone. Mary Miller, Congresswoman from Illinois' 15th in Southern Illinois. Mary, thanks as always for joining us. Appreciate it.
Well, you're welcome. Stay safe up there.
We'll try. Thank you so much. And she joined us on our turnkey.pro answer line.
Hear about the big stories of the day, then talk about them right here on Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
First, we decide where we want to go. Then we need to know the best way to get there. Hi, my name's Adam Barada. I'm the owner of Advantage Gold. We're the highest rated precious metals firm in the country. We teach people how to own physical gold and silver. Now, we've won the Best of TrustLink Award 4 years in a row because we educate our clients on how to buy gold and silver the right way. We don't pay celebrity spokespeople millions of dollars. We'd rather pass that value on to you. Call 800-900-8000 and speak with one of our experts. We'll send you a free gold kit along with my latest #1 national best-selling book, The Great Devaluation. Call 800-900-8000. That's 800-900-8000. Get the best information, the best process, the best service, the best value. Call Advantage Gold at 800-900-8000. Call 800-900-8000.
Start your new year off right by finally losing that weight. Schedule your consultation with NJ Diet today. Their scientific approach will ensure that you lose the fat quickly and safely. NJ Diet uses